Okay, give me a second. I'm back again. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. Many of you have probably heard Bruce Lee say something about fighting without fighting. Anyone can get into a fight. Anyone can have a really bad argument, but I'll just use fight. Anyone can get into a fight, but it takes a different type of fighter to think and to, fight his way out of a fight mentally than to, get into it physically. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Because it is easy to get into a fight. Sometimes for people, it's harder to walk away because nowadays it's like everyone has a temper. It's not a good thing. It's something that should be worked on. Matter of fact, there was a story about a samurai traveling the lands. The samurai, he was in this town and he loaned money to a fisherman. And he gave the fisherman a time to pay him back. If I have it correct, it was about 2 years. I could be wrong. If I have it correct, it's 2 years. So the samurai went on about his business, and the fisherman continued to handle his business. 2 years later, the samurai came back around, and the fisherman saw him. He hid, and then he ran. Well, he ran and hid. So the samurai searched the town for him, could not find him at first. Then when he finally caught up with him, he drew his sword and was ready to kill the fisherman. The samurai gave the fisherman a chance to say what would be called his last words. The fisherman, of course, asked for more time, but he said he had a lesson. And the samurai asked what it was. And he said, "If your hand be quick, withhold your temper. If your temper is quick, withhold your hand." So, the samurai was slightly less angered. So he put his sword away, and he gave the fisherman another 2 years to pay him back. The samurai ended up heading home. And once he got there, he walked into his house, and then he walked towards the door. The door was slightly cracked. So he seen through the little crack of the door, and he knows his wife sleeps in that bed. And he sees the outline of a samurai in the bed with his wife. So he grabs his sword. And before he gets ready to draw and run in, he remembers what the fisherman said. "If your hands be quick, withhold your temper. If your temper is quick, withhold your hand." So he put his sword back in the sheath, opened the door, and said, "I am here." His wife got out of the bed with the wife's mother, who was wearing samurai's clothing, because at that time samurai, they were, attacking people and doing other things, and if they had seen another samurai in the bed, they would leave. He was going to kill both of them. But because he remembered the lesson that the fisherman had taught him, he didn't. So when he went back to the fisherman had all of his money. The fisherman said, "Here." And the samurai said, "No, for it is I that owes you." I hope you learned something.